Hello everyone, welcome to City Talk. I'm Thermice Bevelle. Local Red Cross volunteers rushed to help storm-ravaged areas in the Northeast. Hurricane Sandy left a trail of destruction, leaving many people without power and water. Volunteers at the Midtown Red Cross Center joined 1,500 Red Cross workers who responded to the crisis.
I imagine if I were in the same situation, I'd want people to come in and do whatever they can. I mean, if that's donate, if that's, taking 2 weeks out of your time, 14 days, to really do some impactful work on people's lives. I mean, why not? I mean, if you have that time and you want to really do some good, why not take the chance?
The Red Cross is helping victims in 16 states. Work to deepen the Savannah Harbor is closer to getting started. According to the Savannah Morning News, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers gave the okay for the $652 million project to move forward. The project will deepen the navigation channel by 5 feet, allowing heavier ships to dock at the port. Project planners hope to attract more business to the port when the widening of the Panama Canal is finished. Mayor Kasim Reed has continually supported the project because of the economic impact it could have on the entire state. Illegal dumping in Atlanta is not only unsightly, but it can also be a health hazard. That's why APD has assigned some of its officers to find dumping sites and to weed out perpetrators.
And we're not just talking about 100 tires or 20 tires, we're talking about thousands of tires that are actually dumped in the middle of the night off of a dead-end street.
And it's on those dead-end streets members of the APD's Community Liaison Unit focus much of their efforts. 4 officers dedicate their time staking out known dumping sites like this abandoned apartment complex off of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. But Officer Jason Bain says with many sites out of public view, illegal tire dumpers are sometimes hard to spot.
It's very hard to catch people in the act. You can sit back here and cut your lights out and you can unload hundreds of tires without even being noticed.
That's why City Council member Joyce Shepard wants Atlanta to have sharper teeth to deal with blight. In 2011, she and other council members created a tire commission that looks at the problem of illegal dumping and ways to prevent it. One suggestion they came up with would have tire shops brand new tires with a mark that can't be erased.
So that if, for instance, we go out into the community and we find a whole pile of illegal dumped tires, we will actually be able to track that through a number that is actually on the tire. We can track it back to the generator, we can track it back to the carrier, and we can say to them, did you dump these tires in this location?
For City Talk, I'm Troy Danicus.
If you would like to report illegal dumping on private property, contact the Office of Code Compliance at 404-330-6190. District 9 residents hold a 2-day tire drive to spruce up neighborhoods and rid the area of illegally dumped tires.
First of all, they're unsightly. They're everywhere, but the most of the issue is because of the public health issue. These tires capture water when it rains, and they're also breeding grounds for mosquitoes.
By disposing of unwanted tires, residents helped the environment and helped the community. Tons of volunteers turned out in force for the Year of Boulevard Fall cleanup. They cleared out trash and a whole lot more. They cleaned from south of Freedom Parkway to the Decatur Street DeKalb Avenue area. Councilman Kwanzaa Hall says good things are happening on Boulevard and is all about the community. At the beginning of the year, those in the old 4th Ward launched the Year of Boulevard to improve quality of life along that corridor. Hall is very proud of this initiative, which combines the efforts of Atlanta Police Zone 6, local churches, neighborhood associations, city departments, and several other organizations. The courts at Central Park are open and ready for play. The Atlanta Hawks Foundation gave $50,000 to renovate the basketball courts. They painted the courts, put in new rims and backboards, and put the Hawks logo on the courts.
So I just think this is a great setting for our young people to develop in. It worked for me as a young person. We've been great at building buildings, but not so great at building people. And now we're focusing on the human capital that we have here in this city. It's a great asset, and we're going to develop it.
The gift from the Hawks Foundation is the largest donation so far for Yo Boulevard. The city honors Chattahoochee River Keeper for its work in protecting the Chattahoochee and its tributaries. Councilwoman Joyce Shepard presented a proclamation to the group for their efforts in preserving the river. Established in 1994, River Keeper is an environmental agency with more than 6,000 members dedicated to protecting and restoring the Chattahoochee River Basin.
Well, it's so special to have the City Council of Atlanta give us this recognition. There was a time when we were in litigation with the City of Atlanta, but since then we've both worked together hard to clean up the streams that run through people's neighborhoods. And so to have these leaders in this city recognize our work is tremendous for me personally, for our organization, our members, and all of our volunteers.
From the North Georgia mountains to the Florida border, the Chattahoochee River is a water source for 3.5 million people. APD plays host to special guests from halfway around the world. A group of Israeli police sat in on APD's weekly Cobra meeting. The 16 officers are part of the Georgia International Law Enforcement Exchange at Georgia State University. The officers spent 2 weeks in Georgia training with local agencies. One thing that surprised the Israeli officers, American police agencies working with the community.
We have it also in Israel, but it's not like here. Here it's really like it's based. This is the basic of the work, of the police work, which I think it's very good, and we're going to take it back with us.
COBRA stands for Command Operations Briefings to Revitalize Atlanta. It helps APD track crime and responds to criminal trends. Congratulations to Councilwoman Felicia Moore. She has another award, this time from Common Cause Georgia. Moore received the 2012 Democracy Award, which recognizes individuals who make a positive difference in improving our democracy at a state and local level. Common Cause Georgia works to ensure that the political process serves the public interest. It has more than 3,000 members and supporters across the state. City Council President Cesar Mitchell gets the Agency Award from the Greater Atlanta Economic Alliance. Mitchell was selected by the Board of Directors for his outstanding achievements and contributions to diversity. The Alliance was formed in 2000 as an outreach and educational tool to increase the business capacity of small, female, and minority-owned firms. Mitchell says he is truly honored to receive the award. The Buckhead Business Association gives public safety awards to City of Atlanta employees. The honorees are Lieutenant Brett Bieri with Atlanta Fire Rescue and Police Officer Ronald Stoddard. Bieri is assigned to Fire Station 21 on Roswell Road in the Buckhead Village area. He has several duties, including officer in charge of an advanced life support apparatus, which receives over 2,500 emergency calls a year. He comes from a family of firefighters. Ronald Stoddard is a Zone 2 police officer who patrols the streets of Buckhead. He received the Safety Award for his years of service. Stoddard was also recently named Officer of the Week. A former Atlanta Falcon is a champion of sustainability. O.V. Mahaley stopped by the Civic Center for an electric vehicle conference. The conference brought industry leaders together to educate folks about the technology. Manufacturers showed off charging stations and electric motor cars, including this Fisker Karma, which a few lucky people got to drive.
It's pretty exciting, just really nice car. The handling was great. It was really quiet. We got a lot of looks out there. Just drove it around a little bit.
It's smooth, you know, smooth. You press the gas, and sometimes you don't have to go through the whole gear change. It's a smooth transition from 0 to 60 to wherever you want to go. And the fact that you don't have to waste your money at the gas station or stop. If you're in a rush, you're good to go.
The city is committed to lessening its carbon footprint. Leaders have set a goal to convert 15% of city-owned vehicles to run on alternative fuels like electricity or natural gas. Mayor Reed celebrates Food Day with some Brown Middle School students. Reed and school board member Byron Amos were at the Atwood Community Garden. Food Day is a national effort that teaches communities about healthy, affordable, and sustainable food.
You can grow things naturally, organically, and without the chemical pesticides, and they are not only healthier as something like that, but also more vigorous, and they're safe for your health.
The City of Atlanta supports programs that feed students healthy and locally grown foods. The city passed a farmers market ordinance last fall with help from Georgia Organics and the Atlanta Local Food Initiative. More than 4,000 senior citizens turn out for the third annual Forever Young Ball. The mayor saluted the seniors by recognizing them as a critical component of Atlanta's rich and diverse heritage. The red carpet event was at the Marriott Marquis. The free social gathering included live entertainment, dancing, and prize giveaways.
It is fabulous, fantastic. This is my third time attending it, and it gets better and better.
The Forever Young Ball is designed to encourage seniors to stay active and healthy through community programs and outreach initiatives. Some abandoned buildings along South Broad Street in downtown now serve as a canvas for local artists. As part of the Elevate Art program, these buildings along that small street sport colorful murals painted by several artists, including Hintz and Bourne. The mural project is a way to bring attention to a part of town that can be forgotten by some. For Atlanta native Hintz, the project enhances the street's historic buildings.
I'd like for people to be inspired by not only the color and the life that they bring to the walls, but also kind of how the work enhances the architecture of the building.
Once the murals were complete, Elevate threw a party on South Broad Street to celebrate the new art. Elevate was sponsored by the Office of Cultural Affairs. The Beltline's East Side Trail serves as a popular spot for biking, walking, and jogging. And now you can add a bit of culture to your leisure exercise. Art on the Beltline is the largest contemporary public art exhibition in the city of Atlanta. It showcases the work of hundreds of visual artists, performers, and musicians along 9 miles of the Atlanta Beltline corridor.
Doing these temporary art on the Beltline projects allows us to utilize some funding to really make the Beltline interesting for the walker or the rider.
There's a new Sherwin-Williams store in East Atlanta on Hosea Williams Drive. The Kirkwood location opened a few months ago and has already given a generous amount of supplies and paint to the Neighbor in Need program. Neighbor in Need is a community organization that helps senior citizens repair their homes. Sherwin-Williams donated nearly $500 worth of materials for Neighbor in Need volunteers to finish renovations for a local resident. Pet Education Day in South Bend Park. Pet owners came out to have their pets vaccinated and to get information about pet health, training, animal control regulations, and other issues. Councilwoman Joyce Shepard and Fulton County Commissioner Joan Garner hosted the event to encourage spaying and neutering efforts and to educate the public on pet care and responsibility. Thank you for watching City Talk. I'm Thermice Bevelle.